Hey friends, it's me, Pastor Doug, with another word of encouragement for the day for today, Friday, March 19th. And today's word comes out of Psalm 89, verses 8 and 9. And in it, we continue to explore the idea that Jesus is infinitely more than just a carpenter's son or a good man or a wise teacher. Jesus is divine. He is God himself. And we actually see these connections throughout the New Testament where Jesus is revealed as the God of the Old Testament. And in today's passage, we're going to look at a connection between Psalm 89 and the story that we looked at on Sunday out of Mark chapter 4. So if you remember in Mark chapter 4, we looked at Jesus in the boat with his disciples. And if you remember, a big storm came up, the disciples freak out, Jesus is asleep in the stern, and so they wake him up, and what do they say? Jesus, wake up, don't you even care that we're going to drown, right? They're questioning whether or not Jesus cares enough to do something about their situation. And of course, we know what happens next. Jesus stands up, he commands the wind, he commands the waves, and everything stops. The storm completely stops. And the disciples are so in awe and shock over this. They're looking at each other, they're looking at Jesus, they're looking at the water, and they're like, who is this? Like, who is this that can command the wind and the waves? This question that they ask, who is this, is reminiscent of a rhetorical question that gets asked throughout the Old Testament. Over and over and over, the writers of the Old Testament scriptures ask this question: who is like the Lord? Who is like the Lord our God? In fact, that's what we read here in Psalm 89, verses 8 and 9. Listen to what the psalmist says. Who is like you, Lord God Almighty? It's a rhetorical question where he's like looking around at everything going, there's no one like you. Who is like the Lord God Almighty? He says, you, Lord, are mighty, and your faithfulness surrounds you. You rule over the surging sea. Listen to this. And when its waves mount up, you still them. So once again, Mark chapter 4 is this connection back to God's self-revealed identity throughout the Old Testament. And this tells us something about the character and the nature of God. One, we read that he is mighty, he's powerful, he's strong, right? And we know this, but then also that his faithfulness surrounds him. I love the fact that both his power and his faithfulness are combined in one characteristic, in the person of God. And so friends, when you and I are facing overwhelming circumstances, when you and I are facing difficult situations, we can trust that God is powerful and mighty and that he is faithful. So friends, here's what I want you to do this weekend. Every time that you feel a breeze, if you step outside, if you're walking on the beach, if you go on a hike, if you're walking out to your car, every time that you feel a breeze, and it's been kind of windy here, every time that you feel a breeze, I want that to remind you that God is powerful and mighty and that God is faithful. Friends, have a great weekend. I hope you're going to join us this weekend. Can't wait to see you. So you can join us online or you can join us in person, and we'll pick these videos back up on Monday. We'll see you then.